All right, let's get this going. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Stoop Life Podcast. I want to welcome you guys here. Today we got another great episode for you. We're going to be talking about sports. Obviously, that's what you guys know we're here to talk about. But we're going to talk about the best part about sports. We're going to talk about winning money on sports. A couple episodes ago, we had our man Corey Lee Asher on, and we talked about his Discord group. Talked about how he made this group that you guys can get on, win money, see other people that are betters than you, betters than me, because I'm telling you, there's some people out there that know their shit. That's why today we got on our good friend Kerron Fitzgerald, and I call this guy the dinger man, the home run hitter, because this guy, we talked about him a little bit last podcast, how he'll put in these home run bets and they hit like $5, $1,500, $25. You winning up $2-3 grand. Well, actually, like last week he hit a bet. I put it in. I put $2.50 to be exact, and I won $468. I don't know about you guys, but that's a hell of a come up. And it was all thanks to this guy that we got on the podcast tonight, my man Kerron. What's going on, brother? How the hell are you doing over there?
Oh man, what's good, bro? Thanks for having me on here. I appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. But man, I'm good, bro. I'm really good.
Yo, it's glad to have you on here. I will say, it's crazy that we're both from Norristown. We graduated in 2009, and we linked back up in sports betting, believe it or not.
Yeah, man.
You know, I would never have thought back in the day we'd be combining with our great minds together to win some money on sports. But here we are, man. I do want to say this to you first. You probably, in my honest opinion, I've never seen anybody pick as many home run parlays as you and hit them. Like, it's fucking crazy, dude. Like, before I got into the Discord group, I would see you post your picks on your Facebook story, and I'd be like, oh, what, he bet 50 other picks to hit that one? You know, I'm like, oh, he probably put 100 bets in that day. And that's what a lot of people thought. They're like, oh, well, how many did he put in? Because, you know, a lot of people like myself, I'm not that good at betting. I know some things I don't, you know, and I'll put a lot of bets in just to get that one win. And then you're like, oh, I fucking won, but I'm down 1,000, you know, but you. So I got into the Discord group, guys. I'm not bullshitting you guys. He doesn't put in more than 1 to 2 bets on home runs, and he hits them. I'm not saying he hits it every day, but what'd you say, about 6-7 bets that you put in home runs, you hit one, give or take?
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, bro.
That's the number I've come up with. It's about 6, I think. So one out of every 6 you hit. That's pretty damn fucking good. So at least once a week you're hitting a home run bet for $1,000 or whatever you bet it on, depending on how much money you put on it.
Yeah, give or take.
That's pretty damn good, because it would take me 30 days to hit that one. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, for real. I got into a fantasy baseball league just to get more accurate, to be able to keep up with your picks, because when somebody's better at something than me, I don't like it. I gotta get on that level. But yo, I'm not taking nothing away from you, fucking a beast with it, man. So I want to ask you this question first. What made you want to get into, you know, focusing a lot on home runs in baseball? Was there a specific thing that caught your eye with that?
Well, really, basically, like the odds, man. Like the plus money is always like, it's just attractive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like the easy plus 230, another plus 250, another plus 360. Now you're at plus 12,000 odds, and it's just, a lot of people think that like those odds are crazy, but really compared to stats, it's really not. It's not unbelievable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially like in baseball, you know what I'm saying? Just because like the stats and everything, as far as hits, home runs, who's the pitcher, the weather, the time of the day, and all that stuff. So it's a lot of variables you can play with, and then of course like the history between such batter and whatever pitcher. Then you just really kind of just base off of feel too. Just like you might have somebody that you might like how you were saying, fucking Vlad, fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like a couple three, like you have your three main guys that you always go to on just like certain days, like this motherfucker's due, he has to hit it. And it's just like, sometimes you just got to go for it, bro. So
absolutely. It's crazy too. There are those guys like the odds you say are actually, in my opinion, they're actually like, I think they're way too high for a lot of them. Like, for example, I was looking at it tonight. Last night, Anthony Rizzo, he leads the league in home runs. He has like 9. He's like plus 520 to hit a home run today. And I get it. He has 9 home runs. He's a little above his average, but his bat's pretty hot. Like, when you expect him to, possibly hit a home run, he should be like a lot lower. So like it's a little crazy that it's that high.
Yeah, but that could also play with the fact that he could be moved down in the lineup. He could have had a lot of at bats, and certain things that we might not necessarily know, other than what we could see in certain, I don't know, wherever people look to find their stats, whether it be StatMuse, My Score, fucking ESPN, whatever. So yeah.
I get what you're saying, because like I'm glad you brought that up too, because guys, like a lot of times we'll look at bets specifically like home runs. I'm like, yo, I like this guy. Like, I love Vladimir Guerrero. I take Vladimir Guerrero every single day to hit a home run, and I double him up when he's at home because his statistics at home are way better. But sometimes he might be going against a pitcher like a Yankees pitcher that he's not good at, that he has horrible batting average against. And I don't know that because I don't look. I just look, oh, it's Vladimir Guerrero, I'm a better. You look at that type of shit, and you look, oh, he's batting 5 tonight. Why is he batting 5? Why did he move down? And I like the fact that you guys actually do your research to understand the lineups. And that's why I'm telling you guys, it's not all bullshit picks. How many people out there do I know that actually make the picks based off of actual research? Like a lot of people bet off their heart they like them. Like, you guys don't do that, which is great. And
that's the last thing you want to do in fucking sports betting is betting with your heart. Like,
yeah.
Of course, like, you might hit one just like, oh, yeah, thanks. Like, fucking Embiid gave me 40 fucking points. Like, even though, like, he could do it, but it's just like, it's not super often that Embiid's going to give you 40 on a regular, especially against certain teams, defenses, and now it's the fucking playoffs. You don't even know what the fuck's going on with him now, so
it's true, man. And it's a science what you do. Like, what you do is a science, because before we got on the podcast here tonight, guys, I was like, yo, I got my home run bet in. I sent it in. And Brown was like, I got to check the lineups first. You didn't just pick out of the hat, be like, I'm going to pick him, and him. Because, like for example, Anthony Rizzo was plus 540 because he hit a home run the other night. So that's why it was higher. So I'm like, yo, 540, he's hitting dingers all day. Well, like, how many has he actually hit back-to-back days? That's why it was higher. Most regular bettors would see that and they wouldn't understand it. So being in this Discord and watching the picks that you do, it's actually helped me understand how to actually make my bets better. So like, whenever I look at something real quick and I'm like, I like this, and then you have it, I'm like, lock. And that's exactly what happened the other night. Because, I always pick Vladimir Guerrero, I pick Shohei, and I pick Pete Alonso. And you had all 3 of them in that bet. And I was like, oh, I wish I wasn't such a bitch with my bets. I would have probably won a couple grand too. But, hey, you could trust your picks. That's what I'm trying to say. Because you're doing the science behind it. And how long did it take you to actually get into understanding that you had to do the research on the actual player in the lineup before, like, you just started actually just throwing random bets in there?
All right, well, I started, like, really getting into it, like, I want to say, like, last year around this time. And, or no, excuse me, back, I want to say it was 2 years ago. It was during an Eagles game. I had bet for the Eagles to get a defensive touchdown. I had bet someone to get, like, 50 yards receiving and someone else to get a touchdown. And it hit. And mind you, I was so drunk out of my mind. I just placed it, put $20 on it, won a quick, like, it was like $290. And I went fucking like But listen, like I was jumping around my fucking house all excited and shit, bro. And then it was like just that feeling, like right there, was just like, all right, like I could do this like more often. And then so it was just like, all right, let me start really like paying attention to certain shit, like because like I do like I do fantasy football, and even though like in that you gotta pay attention to stats and who you
Yeah,
pick, and sometimes you gotta look at certain sleepers and shit like that. So I just try to take that into account as far as like picking certain picks and being able to see like, all right, there's still going to be that one sleeper out there in any given sport, wherever it is, and usually like those odds be pretty good. So it's just it's
I like
definitely
yeah.
that's just like how I started, and then it was all in. I couldn't stop ever since, man.
Well, I like how you brought in the fantasy aspect of it because it does go hand in hand. Like I said, I did fantasy baseball. It's helped me out a lot with people that I know are going to get hits.
Yeah,
I like that because it is a good way to look at it. Because you can check the stats and see what they've been doing lately, especially if they're your opponent. And you know, like, yo, every single fucking like sometimes you probably have you're probably playing somebody, and you're like, yo, every time I play somebody, they're like one of their guys scores like a crazy game. So you probably research it and look who it is, and then bet that. You
hell
know,
yeah,
yo, that's a great way to do bets. Like it helps a lot. You know,
yeah,
it's crazy how we got all this information out there, and you learned how to use it to put it together to get these winning tickets.
yeah,
Pretty good.
man. Like I just felt like I knew it could happen. I just had to find where. Like, you know what I mean? And then another thing, like being in the discourse too, like a lot of people be scared and think like this like some type of gimmick or anything, but like it's very helpful just seeing other people put in bets and being able to get an understanding of shit and being able to talk to other people and ask
Absolutely.
questions about shit. Like that
Yeah.
shit's lit.
It's true. Like I like I talked about in the last one how you see a lot of the people put in their picks. You might not necessarily want to follow their actual pick, but like at least it gives you an idea that you can combine things that everybody has, and
Yeah.
it's more likely to hit instead of just throwing fucking blindfolded with darts. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's what a lot of people do. You know,
Right.
I see a lot of people that'll send me a pick, and I'm like, what the hell is it? Like, I'm like, bro, like for example, last night someone took Jimmy Butler with 2.5 threes. I'm like, dude, he hasn't hit like 2 threes in like 20 games. Like, like
Right.
you're just doing that because you remember Jimmy Butler from the Sixers. Like, that's not a winning combination. He
Yeah,
had
but
more,
I mean, there's risk, and you know, sometimes when you
yeah,
get
but like
risky,
it's
you get rewarded.
yeah, but like the difference what you do and what people from the Discord do is they are research backed, calculated risk rather than just saying, "Oh, well, they're all the same odds, right?" You
Right.
know, like that's the big difference from the Discord of what I found and like what you do specifically because like I said, I could go out there and be like, "Oh, these guys are all on my fantasy team. I'm gonna pick them all to hit a home run." You know, some people do that. Well, the likelihood of that hitting probably might not be that high, but if you have it, like one of them that I have, or you know somebody else in the group has it, then I'm like, oh, yeah, why? Bet at least you know you're like you got guys that are doing their research that have it. Why not? Rather than just winging it. That's the thing that
Yeah.
I do. Like you're understating how much like what you're doing is great. I'm telling you, bro. Like it's literally just normal for you. Like it's not normal. Like most people don't even hit a home run bet throughout the whole year like that. I'm not talking about like guys, you gotta realize he's not just picking Vladimir Guerrero to hit a home run. Like you're picking 4 guys to hit a home run on the same day. Like when there's only 8 games going on. Like very hard to do. And I'm saying you hit 3 to 4 of them every month. Give
Right.
or
At
take. Like
least. Yeah,
it
give
ain't
or take.
so if you think about it, like, yeah, there's a lot of games going on. You got a lot of opportunity to do it, but there's also a lot of different reasons why these players shouldn't hit a home run. Or, for example, Nolan Arenado the other night, he got ejected. Like, you guys didn't have him that night. Like, that shit happens. But you guys like somehow avoid all that shit and still get a win. Dude, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like you said, like it's not a gimmick. It's not a gimmick because like you might see like people expect, oh, I'm going to join a Discord and they're going to win every single night. Sorry, like you don't got insider information, but you got as close to it as you possibly can Like, were you the one that also had the Schwarber 2 home runs?
No, I had Bryce that day. I wish I had fucking. And it's, oh my gosh, I was
like,
sick.
there's no way in hell. And he hit 2 home runs. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah,
someone
bro,
in the
I wanted to cry so bad.
They won bank. And I was like, damn. But again, like, they wouldn't have had the confidence to put that in if like someone like you wasn't also putting in home run bets and hitting consistently. Because I know like a lot of people that I know that just gamble for fun and all, when they put these crazy odds in, like you put a plus $19,000 wager in, you're like, it's probably not going to hit. But you guys, like I'm saying, like if you follow your bets, all of your bets, you're up a lot of fucking money. And you give confidence for people to actually keep putting them in, saying, all right, I'm going to hit one of these and it's going to be up. I'm going to be up. Because that's what I do. Like, I'm like, shit, I lost like 4 in a row. And then, bam, you hit the one. 5th day, you hit the home run bet. You're like, I'm up. And if you hit them consistently like you've been doing, you're like, all right, I'm going to go on another vacation.
Hell yeah, bro.
So besides baseball, what's your other favorite betting thing? Like touchdowns for football?
Oh, shit. I've been doing a lot of soccer, bro. Believe it or not, which is fucking crazy.
I talked about that with Corey, and I said how some of you guys hit these crazy soccer bets. And now we talk about baseball home runs being a science. Now, how long does it take you to do research to understand who's going to score a damn goal in soccer in these Russian and Mexican leagues?
Oh man,
crazy.
Bro. Yeah, it is. It is kind of crazy. Like you can start getting like really like over the place. Start second guessing yourself. Like I got a couple of like different fucking. I got like Foot Mob, fucking, Flash Score, fucking. I got a couple of different ones that I just go back and forth just to see, try to get as much research as I can as far as to see when was the last time they scored, how often do they score, is the team they're playing with ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of couple things. And usually I just try to stick, like with soccer, just like I don't really try to get too fancy. I just try to stick with like the star motherfuckers that I think like that's good. Like, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's it's fucking soccer. Like you get one goal in 90 minutes. Sometimes maybe 2 or 3. Like
but like I said, like no one even knows that shit. And there's so like we talk about baseball having a lot of players. Let's talk about soccer having all these leagues.
Yeah, like, bro. I swear it's like 150 leagues, bro.
It is. It might be more than that, man. It's like because there's you got this third league, Mexican leagues. You got the Chinese soccer. The Korean soccer, they play it's like what 2 in the morning they're playing. I'll wake up and see like you and there's a couple other people in the group that'll hit, and I'm like, how the hell do you pick a 4-goal scorer in soccer at like 2 a.m.? Like what the hell? Never even heard of this team. It'll be like Schwartzka, Romanowski. I'm like, who the hell is that? Like the fuck. But like I said earlier, again, I'm gonna keep repeating this. You don't gotta know shit if you follow the right people. Like I said, if you follow your pick, I don't have to know what it is because you hit so often that I trust what you're playing because you're researching it. You know, anybody can get lucky with a pick here and there, but not everybody's gonna get lucky doing it consistently. So that's like I give you guys props for, bro. Like you're phenomenal at it. Like
thanks,
if there's a 5-day period where I don't see your name in the winners, I'm like, is he alive, bro? Is he okay?
But listen, sometimes it's okay to give yourself a little vacation from sports betting just to like mentally collect yourself and get back. Like I had took a whole week break, and then the first day I came back, I hit a nice little 3-4 play on fucking home runs. So it's it's all doable, bro.
It is. Especially when you're putting that much effort into it, it's like a job. But like that's how you win it. So my job is to just follow you. So you gotta keep doing good so I can win. Because drinks are on me then.
Oh shit! Well, listen. Whenever I come around, bro, shit, fuck around. It's gonna be more than just a couple drinks, bro.
I tell like every time I see your bets, I tell them. I get real mad when my ass falls asleep like a grandpa at 9 and I missed your one bets here and there, and I wake up and you won. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, damn it, I gotta fucking notify myself to stay up to get his bet in. Because you did it a couple times during like the basketball games, like these West Coast games are on at like 10. You'll put like a Suns parlay in and you'll hit it. I'm like, shit. I should have stayed awake.
Yeah, no, sometimes just like, I don't know, just sometimes you just feel it, and then it's like, fuck it, I'll just go for it.
But like if you pay attention to it enough, like, and you follow it, like you'll win, which is cool.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing to me how you do these picks, how you do them, because I can't already enough how you have it to a science, like the research, because it's not like every day is the same thing. Every day is a different thing. So you got to research like different pitchers, different teams that they're playing on, whatever you're betting. And it's real hard. And like, I give you props for what you do, bro. You're real good at it. Like one of the best. I love it, bro. You're great. Remind me though, like to never bet against you. I'll say that. Yeah, another thing I want to ask you. I noticed this a lot, and we kind of talked about it with Corey, but I really don't ever see you betting money lines or against the spread. Is there a reason why you do that? Don't do that?
I mean, it depends. Like when I first got into Discord, like I was betting in baseball. I was betting money line, like just as far as like what I felt like, who I felt like was going to win, and all that. And then I just started getting really more comfortable with like the player props and all that other shit like that. So I was just just started diving in with that and really getting more comfortable. And then I just stuck with that. Like I'm not opposed to going in and fucking the money line up or going against the spread real quick. Like that's easy money.
Yeah, but what I realize is this, and people don't believe me. I tell some of my friends, I hope you're fucking listening to me right now because this is living proof. The majority of people that I know that bet against the spread and the money line, they're all down. Like they're in the hole. Like every one of them, because like I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, whatever, but like I feel like a lot of these sports are fucking rigged. So like when you bet the like look at Sixers game last night, for example. I'm not gonna say it was rigged, but like how Vegas is. So Sixers are up at halftime by 1. The halftime line is Miami -4. Everybody was taking the Sixers because it looks like a Sixers line they're going to win. They lose by 20, right? It's like, come on. They sold everybody's money at halftime, and then that shit was off by the fourth quarter. I turned it off. So it's like a lot of people I know look at that line like, oh, we're getting this because they know like, oh, they're going to bet with their heart on how it's going, and it just don't go like that. It's more it happens more in football. I see it a lot because like them spreads in football are insane. Like, I don't know how you pick them. It's hard as fuck. It's like from the halftime to the end of the game, it's like, what the hell is going on? So my point is, like, what I'm saying is, I see you guys don't pick that because of 2 reasons. Number one, like anything could happen. Somebody could get hurt. So like, why are we gonna fuck around with that? And number 2, the odds aren't as good. So like you can do 5 bets to get that, like you can hit 1 out of 5 bets and you're still up. But if you bet the money line 5 times and you only win 1, you're still fucking down a lot of money. Right. So I noticed like that's one thing I like that you guys do, because I think one thing about gambling is a lot of people don't really do it to be rich. They do it to have fun and win money. So let's like, I like what you do is you research it and you get the crazy odds and you hit them crazy bets. And when you do the research, like you hit them more often, it makes it a lot more fun.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's what it's about. Like, think about it, like if you would bet the money lines on things, it wouldn't be as fun because you're like, you got to watch the game. You're not rooting for players. It's not as entertaining in my opinion.
Right.
Plus, even if you do hit, you're not winning nearly as much. So
right. Yeah, you got to put a whole fucking 15, 16 slip together with all the fucking teams just to say if you want to put $5 down just to win fucking $500 or some shit like that. Like, that's too much work versus you can go dive in on one team, try to find some crazy ass odds, fucking strikeouts, whatever, and try to put some shit together and you can put fucking just 3 things together and
Yeah,
find some fly shit, man. Like,
absolutely.
it's crazy.
We talked a little bit about baseball, a little bit soccer, surprisingly. What is your least favorite sport to bet?
Honestly, fucking basketball, bro.
Yeah. Playoff.
Yeah, especially the playoffs. And it's just like in any sport, like anything can happen or whatever. But it's just, oh man, it just I feel like I try to do too much, and then when I don't do too much, it's just like the
Yeah.
odds aren't as great. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, in my opinion, it's like if I'm putting a basketball ticket together, it's just to put a couple dollars together or whatever, just to double something up or whatever. But it's never in basketball. I'm never in there trying to win big, like ever. Like, and that's just me though. Like, but I know people that are like fucking, they're goated in fucking basketball. So
Yeah.
sometimes like I'll try to like find some shit from theirs and like, you know what I'm saying? I might pick something out and put it with my own shit and try to hopefully have it hit or something, like, you know what I mean? So
Well, you're not lying there, because a lot of times I see your basketball bets, you put them in the payroller, the bank rollers, and you were doing what I was saying off camera about it. You keep the odds at like plus 200-300. You know, keep it clean, and they hit the majority of the time, so it's nice. But it's hard.
yeah,
Basketball's so hard, especially in the playoffs. Like, you got all these guys that are having these astronomical off games. Like, it's crazy. Or you got a ticket that we had the other day. I know Corey's sick. Fucking Draymond Green getting kicked out of the damn game. Fucked up everybody's ticket, bro.
yo,
And
fuck shit up, bro.
everything was going perfect in that game. They got kicked out, and it was like, oh, it's an L. You just like it sucks, but that doesn't happen that often. But
right.
it does. Basketball's hard too, because you never know. Like, some guy might hit 6 threes one game and then none the next, which
Right.
You know, it's tough. But I'm probably surprised that you said basketball was your least, because a lot of people, that's their favorite. And I'm like,
Right,
bro,
yeah.
it's hard. Like, there's just so many things that can happen. Like, somebody might be having a bad game, they take them out. Like, you never know. Yeah, you know.
Right.
So basketball is your least favorite. I don't blame you. It's probably I don't know if it's the hard. They're all hard. You can't. Soccer's probably the hardest in my opinion, because it's just like there's so much, but they're all hard. Now football. Do you like betting football?
Yeah, hell yeah.
What's your
I
favorite?
love betting football.
So you're a home run guy for baseball. Do you do, like most people do, touchdown bets? Do you do like yards bets or reception bets? Some crazy shit.
Oh yeah, I do all those receptions, fucking yards. I like doing double touchdowns too, depending on who like their matchups are and everything like that. I might try to see like on Green Bay, like my favorite was having fucking Devontae and fucking Aaron Jones for 2 touchdowns apiece, like, or just a touchdown apiece, because that's like damn near automatic. At least like in my book, like, you know what I'm saying? And like that's just an example.
He
And
scored
shit.
like
So
13 games, yeah. So
or like Jalen Hurts to get a fucking rushing touchdown. Like, you know he's gonna get one, like regardless, no matter what.
absolutely. You want to know my favorite sports? My prop bet for football was last year. Tom Brady over a half a yard every game. They was making fun of me, and I was like, I told them the one week, I was like, I had it in my parlay. And, they're like, Tom Brady over a half a yard. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna get a quarterback sneak. Boom, got it. I was like, what's up? I told you. I was like, every game it was like a half a yard for Tom Brady. I'm like, just take it every game. Like,
yeah, yo, that shit was money for real, yo. And that was one thing. It's like a lot of shit, like in the Discord, like people were like playing it, and I just like I'll discredit it and not, like, you know what I'm saying, just because I'm like, nah, like I'm being biased. It's fucking Tom Brady. But then it's just like I really got into it. I'm like, man, fuck it, like
he does though, because
like he's fucking getting it.
He gets a quarterback sneak at least like once a half, twice a half sometimes. It's like, you know, you just got to hope they don't go up by a lot and they kneel it, because then you're sick. Because that happened a couple of times. You throw up because you're like, oh, yeah, like fumble the ball or something. Like, shit, don't get, like, I'm going to lose. Oh, man. But, football is probably, in my opinion, like I love it's like the most entertaining to me because it's once a week. Well, mostly once a week. You're betting the touchdown parlays at least. And when they all hit and you got all the channels on, you're hyped. Like, it's great. And I tell a lot of the touchdown picks last year towards like the end of the year because that's when I got into the Discord. And a couple of them were hitting like before halftime. You would have like a 5 touchdown parlay and it would hit before halftime. I'm like, yo, I just won $800 this halftime of the 1 o'clock games. Like, nothing better than that because you're like, oh, now we get I'll put 200 on something else next, you know? Now you got the whole 4 o'clock games that you can bet on.
Hell yeah.
I love that shit. Like, that's the fun part. And then, like, football, you know, they put Monday Night Football for a reason. Like, everybody wants to get their money back. Monday Night Football. What do you think about Monday Night Football betting?
Oh, man. I mean, usually, like, I try to stay away from Monday Night Football just because I personally feel like Vegas wants their money back from everybody that hit on Sunday. Like, I just try to stay away.
It's true as shit, though, because they always say it's for 2 reasons. One, Vegas is getting their money back, or everybody's losing. They're going to double up on you. Mm-hmm. Like, I agree with you. Like, Monday Night Football is like, you watch that, something happens, you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Hell yeah.
It'll be like the Chargers versus the Bears, and the Bears will be up like 30-4. Like, 2 fucking, you know, it's crazy. It's all bullshit. I hate it. But that's why you're smart. That's why we follow your picks, because you know, like, I ain't taking that shit.
Nah, not at all, bro. But then again, that also comes down to just, you know, gut feeling, like just going with what you're used to and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, one thing about betting too, how do you feel about doing like future bets? Like, do you do any future bets with like, you know, MVPs or winners of the league or anything like that?
Yeah, I got a future bet in now for Embiid to get fucking MVP, which I got my fucking fingers crossed.
Yeah,
like, I got my fucking fingers crossed. I hope he fucking gets it. Like, I feel like since he, you know, like since fucking Jokic got knocked out or whatever, like I feel like that should like just put Jokic up. I mean, fucking Embiid up there, just, you know what I'm saying, just up there just a little bit more.
The problem with it is like they already put their bets in.
I know, but I'm just saying, though, bro. Like, it's just that's how I'm just feeling, bro. Like,
I'm not sure what the date is for the cutoff for them to put their bets in, but so the way I look at the MVP was like we broke it down before there was a month left in the year. At that time, I was like, yo, I thought it was Giannis because I thought he was the best player in the league. I thought, you know, he was on that hot streak. I thought Joker's numbers were great, yeah, but like he wasn't like. You know, they weren't doing nothing like super crazy because like their conference they're playing in was weak. And then I had Joel number 2 right there. And a lot of that was because I didn't want to be biased to it. You know, I don't want to be biased. But then the last month, Joel went off and I stay up, I watch a lot of the games, and I was like, there's no way in my mind that Joel Embiid was not the MVP. Because like he was like the only guy that out of those 3, you took him out, our team was not, our bench was terrible with him. Like,
shit, you see what happened last game?
Yeah, I mean, and that happened during the regular season too. Like when he actually didn't play, it was a different story. But when he was playing and they took him out, it just went downhill. And it didn't happen for Joker, and it didn't happen for Giannis. So I'm like, we'll see. I think a lot of the reporters hate fucking Philadelphia, though. I mean,
oh yeah,
they hate it. All of the sports writers hate it. Like, but I think like 4 of the 5 top guys, like Perkins, Wilbon, all them guys, they have Embiid for MVP. Like, and they know what's up. Like, they know what's up. Like,
yeah, he's a fucking beast.
He's a beast this year. Like, leading scorer in the league as a center. Like, hasn't happened since Shaq. That's fucking crazy.
Right.
Like, that ain't easy to do. Like, you got, especially like, I don't think they put the importance. Like, he doesn't shoot threes. Like, he hits like maybe 1.5 3-pointers a game, and he scored that much. You got guys that were also in the top, like whoever was up there, like Steph Curry, and said he's hitting like 5, 6 threes a game. That's like 12, 14, 15 points a game extra that he's not getting.
Right.
It was impressive. So how do you feel about doing like future bets for like champions, like in, you know, football or something like that?
I mean, I always thought about it, but I like to kind of see how the season goes. Like, cause I just feel like personally, if I were to do that, I'll end up betting like my favorite team to win regardless. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be like a calculated, it wouldn't be a smart bet to me.
Yeah.
So like, I try to like maybe wait, maybe like halfway through the season a little bit to really see how teams are rolling, and then that's when I might make a big bet like that. So
That's smart too. I have a future bet in for the NBA champion, and I'm waiting to cash it out. So when the Miami Heat traded for Kyle Lowry, I put $25 on them to win. And I'm
oh
like,
shit.
I don't want them to beat the Sixers, but they're probably going to. And as soon as they win that series, I don't have any faith in them beating Boston or Milwaukee. So I'm like, yo, I'm cashing this shit the fuck out. I'm like, all right, hurry it up. Like, but again, like you just said, I bet that with my heart because I always liked the Heat. I was always a Heat fan. And when they traded for Kyle Lowry, I'm like, oh, they got that leader, that guy that they get there at the end that they needed, so I put it in. And it's like, Kyle Lowry's not really that great, but you're like, oh, he's a Philly guy. I like him as a player, so I'll put that in. And hey, they're number one seed in the East, but we'll see. I don't see it happening, but like you just said, though, I bet with my heart. Like I'm like, oh, we're putting that money in.
But just for them to even fucking make it this far and to have your bet even still be standing is still lit though. Like you still got hope and shit.
Yeah, I'm waiting because cash out will probably be, a decent amount if they beat the Sixers. But I'm hoping they lose. I'm hoping the Sixers come back and win. Like, I don't care if I lose the bet at that point. I want the Sixers to win. I don't care. But that's also why, like, I don't bet Philadelphia teams. Like, I hate it. Like, I hate betting against it or for them because, like, if you have a Sixers bet in and they don't hit and they lose, now you're just pissed the fuck off.
You're double mad, yo.
Yeah. So I stay away from it, man. And I don't know. I get superstitions where I feel like it's bad juju when I bet them. Like, it's crazy. It's probably not true at all, but like somehow it always seems like it is. Like, I don't know, man. Like during the regular season, I would watch the Sixers and I was like, dude, I had never seen them win. Like I saw every loss. I saw every single loss that they had. And I'm like, it's because of me they lost. Like I wouldn't watch the game by 20. So I'm like, yo, I'm not watching shit no more. Like I'm not watching them. Like, and it was crazy because like my brother and his friends like messaged me like, yo, like the Sixers are losing. Are you watching the game? And I'm like, yeah. It's fucking crazy. I'm like, I can't watch this shit. But I'm like, I gotta watch it. Like I gotta watch them. Like if I'm sitting there doing something on my computer, I want to watch my TV. I'm putting the Sixers on. It's like, so like, I don't know, like it's just crazy. Do you have any superstitions like that for when you're betting? Like some things that you won't bet?
No, not really. I'm all in. I just say fuck it. I curse the fucking TV out, all that fucking shit. Like, saying like I'm all in. I'll put on a fucking soccer game and I'll get the fucking cursing and yo, man, this shit gets fucking intense.
You remind me of I was watching a movie last night. This new movie Ambulance came out, and he calls the dude and he's like, "Oh, I need you to do blah blah blah. Like, hurry the fuck up." And he's like, "I got $100 on the game." He's like, "It's a fucking soccer game." He's like, "I got $100 on it."
Yeah, bro. It'd be like that, man.
Cracks me up because I'm like, dude, it's so like betting is so popular now. They even like they put it in the movies and shit now, like because it's true. Like it's so to access it that like anybody can do it. It got people that weren't even in sports into the betting because it's more entertaining to bet on something when you're watching it.
Hell yeah.
So what app do you prefer to use? Like FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM, whatever there is.
Well, I prefer FanDuel, even though I fucking hate them. It's like a love-hate relationship because they be on some fucking bullshit. But like I just like how how their layout is. Like it's pretty simple to read and everything like that. It's simple to use. It's simple to fucking find shit, maneuver through and all that. But like I got DraftKings, I got BetMGM, I fucking had Caesars when I was out in Vegas. Like I got a couple fucking betting apps or whatever, but I still haven't really dabbled into like there's like I usually try to wait for like when someone says like they have like a promo out or something like that. And then
Yeah,
I might try to dabble in there and like I could fucking get free money and all that kind of fly shit and just
that's what got me into it. Free money. So
yeah.
it was like we'll match whatever you put in. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I never bet before because I'm like, you can't win this and that. And I never seen your bets before that. Like I never would like see your stories and shit. And I started seeing them. And I'm like, why am I seeing his stories now? And now the FanDuel app's not popping up in my Facebook ads. They know. And I'll never forget. It was October 2020. Khabib Nurmagomedov's last fight. Like I said off camera, I'm a big UFC guy. And I usually pick him, but I never bet him because I'm like, yo, I'm going to lose. So I remember they were matching your money. And I'm like, dude, this is the easiest bet. Like, Khabib's going to whoop his ass. I was like, I guarantee second round submission. Like, I'll bet my house on it. Guarantee it. Because I was like, dude, I was just breaking it down. Like, that's something like, you do your research on it and this and that. Like, UFC, I do my research on the fighter, so I know. So okay. I'm like, I'm breaking down, like, why it was going to be second round. I'm like, well, first round he's going to feel him out. Gaethje's going to do this and that. Second round he's going to end it, like, quick. And that's exactly what happened. So I seen FanDuel was doing match your money, so I put $500 in, and I bet it all on Khabib. I bet on Khabib submission second round. I did a parlay, and I won like 26, 25, 700. Like my first bet ever. That's what I won my first bet, and it was all free. I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like, and then like, 2 months I didn't win shit. Like 3 months I didn't. That was horrible. Like I was just betting random ass shit that I didn't even know. Like I'm like, oh, I like this person in football, this and that. And then that was right around when Corey started the Discord. And so I got in the Discord at that time. Like, no, it was probably a year after Corey started. I got in the Discord. So it was October to October. So I wasn't really betting that much. I just got in there for the free money. And then I was losing. I was like, oh, beginner's luck, But then when I got in the Discord, I started winning again. I started seeing the bet and all. But yeah, man, like, when people see them, those free bets, there's always something that week with all these sports going on. There's something that is like a guaranteed lock, and it's like free money. So,
oh yeah, I hit in fucking soccer. I hit a couple soccer parlays today. I went and I played some. I think it was Japanese basketball. Played a little parlay in that or whatever. I was all over the place.
Were you one of the people during COVID that you were betting Korean baseball?
Hell yeah.
Yo, that's when I wish I bet then because I didn't bet then. And people were betting like the Dinos. I'm like, who the fuck are the Dinos?
Yo, the Dinos were fucking making people so much money last year, bro.
One buddy was betting like $600 a day on them to win, and every day they were winning. I'm like, who the hell are they? It was crazy.
Yeah, and they were winning by big numbers too. It was like fucking 16 and like 4 and shit like that. Like they were whooping their ass, and I was like, "Yo,
you made
thank you.
You made bank off of that, didn't you?"
Hell yeah!
I love it. Damn! Fucking dog coming at it. Give us a second, guys. We'll be back.
Dog's acting crazy.
Yo, it's all good, bro. Them dinos, though, they were unbelievable. I wish I would have actually listened to people then, but I didn't know enough about it then. I would have been up because I was always one of them people that were like, oh, if I don't follow it, if I don't know it, I can't bet it. But then I realized, like, you can follow people that know it. Like you guys, you in the Discord and all that you guys know it enough that you could trust your bets to put it in. So I made it a point to myself to actually start paying attention to the soccer picks. Because I seen you guys hit so many soccer picks, and I'm like, the odds are crazy. And you guys hit them all the time. So I'm like, I got to start following that shit. Because actually, like, when I first started doing it, this is during COVID too, and I used to tell people the one thing, I used to bet the the money lines on soccer. So I found this like really, it doesn't work anymore though, because like like COVID's not there anymore, so it's different. But anytime there was like a top 10 team in like the La Liga or whatever the other leagues are over there, like the German, the French leagues, anytime they were like minus 200 or better at home, it was like guaranteed win during COVID. So I would parlay like 5 or 6 of them together, and like they'd win like every day. It was crazy. Shit. Now like they're like, "What's the rhythm?" And I do it. I'm like, it don't work no more because like with COVID, like it was completely different. Like how like everything worked. It was weird, and I kind of got off of that. And then I see you hitting all these soccer bets, and I always told people like the moneymaker is soccer. Like soccer is like the moneymaker. So I'm like, I gotta get back in on soccer, man.
Soccer is a shit, man. Shit, it comes through. It's definitely clutch. It's definitely clutch,
like,
bro.
There's never a day where soccer's not happening. You know?
Oh yeah, every day. Every day, bro.
And I know some soccer too because I used to play the soccer game on Xbox and all because that game was fun as shit. I used to know a lot of like the players. Like I'm a big Romelu Lukaku fan. Like he's my favorite player in soccer. But you know, you're betting like you just said these Japanese soccer leagues. I don't know shit about them. But hey, if it's gonna get you money and you're gonna win off it, I'll make it a notion for myself to do the same because if I see you hitting it consistently, I'm like, all right, he's got something. You know, so that's why I like following you for. But yo, before we get out of here, I just want to say thanks for hopping on again, man. We appreciate you coming on here talking sports, talking bets, and we're gonna have to make it like a common thing where we get you coming on here and talking about it because it was fun. But if you got anything else you want to say before we hop off, go for it, man. Floor is yours.
Hey, listen. All I want to say is to tell everybody to don't bet with your fucking heart, for one. Safe bets is cool. Plus 100, 200. Get your fucking money. And, join the fucking Discord. Everybody eats.
Absolutely, man. We're going to keep hammering that home because I'm telling you guys, I'm winning money off of it. Everybody that's in it is winning money off of it. And this right here is one of the bosses, man. This dude is one of the beasts that's winning money for people. And like we said with Corey, the cool thing about the Discord is the communication in it. Like you don't just put up a bet and then never respond. Like someone will at you and be like, "Yo, why'd you pick this guy today?" And you'll give a detailed reason why you took that person for that specific bet. And that's very important because you know, you can join other Discord groups that have this type of things, but you don't get the communication from the people that you guys give. So props on you for doing that, keeping up to date, and actually caring about other people winning money off your tickets and not just yourself because that's what helps you win a lot too because you give a fuck about other people winning money. So good for you, man. Keep at it. Again, thanks for hopping on, bro. It was great to have you on, and I'm sure we'll be at it again. So thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Man.
And you have a great rest of your night, bro.
All right, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, peace out, bro.
All right, bro.